Hey everybody, this is Tyson Curtis. As you know, I'm the admin of Share Your MLM Business Link group on Facebook. I've kind of put this group together for everybody to connect all network marketers together as a group, okay? We're not going to particularly focus on one network marketing company, we're going to focus on everybody. You can post your links on this page to over 6,000 network marketers and your message will get out to them. I will never boot you from the group like most groups on Facebook that do so for you sharing your opportunity. It should be free agency to do as you so choose. Now, I want to, before I get started here and introduce you who this is over here next to me, I want to tell you a little bit about my story and how I got involved in network marketing. Well, just like you, maybe some of you that are watching this video right now, I started network marketing when I was struggling. Okay, I was looking for a way to make some money. I was going from job to job. I was actually selling cars. It's not something I was really excited about doing, but I was kind of forced to do it. Without a college education at age 21, I was just looking for ways to make the quick buck, right? So after struggling paycheck to paycheck, barely being able to pay my rent, having to sell jet skis and motorcycles just to pay my rent, I mean, that's pretty sad for a 21-year-old, right? Losing all their toys. I stumbled across an ad that I found on Craigslist. I think it was Craigslist. And this gentleman had posted an ad on there that said, "If not a superstar, need not apply." And so I replied to that because at the time I was like, I was a 21-year-old. I had a pretty strong ego, and I was a pretty awesome, okay, at 21. And I said, you know, I'm a superstar. I'm going to apply to this. So I went down, sat down with this guy over here. I brought my full suit. You know, I sat down with this guy. I was like, dude, I'm going to show this guy what's up, that I'm a superstar. So this guy interviewed me over here to the side of me. And at the time, he was doing network marketing. And so he introduced me to what leveraged income was, okay, how I can kind of work for myself. And he also taught me confidence and how I can talk with other people that were superior and way older than me and actually get them to recruit and sponsor into our business that we're doing at the time. This guy taught me stuff that no one's ever taught me before. We met, we worked together for quite some time. This is leader Sean over here, everybody. And I want to ask you, Sean, when I was working with you, I have no idea how much we were pulling in weekly or monthly. But can you kind of tell everybody in the group how much you were pulling in?
You know what, I can. I'm really excited to be here with you, Tyson. Actually, I'm excited to have you here at my house. We're just sitting out here poolside, and we've been brainstorming now for the last few weeks about how we can add value, how I can add value to your team, and so I'm excited about that. And, we were sort of reflecting back in the day when Tyson and I first met. Literally, I was generating over $23,000 a month in income. And of course, I didn't disclose that to you early on because just the nature of the process, I didn't want to freak you out and some of the other leaders that came on board with us. But that was a really phenomenal time, and that was after having sold the first network marketing business that I ever had. So the first network marketing business that I had, I built up from 1996 until about 2002, and I sold that business. That business was an international business. It was a very, very large business, and I was real blessed with the income revenues from that. I was able to jump into this other business, which generated some really good money, and it was really an exciting time. But obviously that business fell apart, unfortunately, and I went off and did some other things, leadership-wise, and really focused on some other ventures, and have come back, if you will, out of the network marketing retirement to come back on board. And I was enticed by a couple of things. Number one, I was enticed by the ability of people now to go online and generate leads. I was never able to do that. So the marketing that I did in the past, as you recall, you responded to one of my ads that was actually an ad in one of the newspapers about coming on board. And it was
is that where it was?
It was a very expensive ad.
I can't remember if it was Craigslist or newspaper or whatever, but somehow it was Superstar, and I was a superstar. I was there.
And the beauty of that was, you know, now on Craigslist you can put an ad out like that with lots of content and it's free. Back then I had to pay big dollars for that advertisement, and so I was able to spend that kind of money to put that much detail in an ad to attract good people, and that's exactly what we did. So I'm really intrigued now by the power of the internet and the power of online creative marketing that you can do today, and that's really what's fueled the new successes that I've really been enjoying, and so I'm just really stoked about that. You know, you had sent out and you shared with me the email that you just sent out to your team, and I just want to talk a little bit about that because in there you talked a little bit about, you know, just my retainer fee, which is $49.97, just to get started consulting with me and advising with me, and then my clients pay me usually it's $9.97, and it's up from there per month.
But you're going to do that for free for our group, right?
Absolutely. Well, it's not going to be free. Obviously, you and I negotiated the deal. it's not going to cost your members anything.
Okay.
And so it's a service that you guys are going to be able to plug into, and that's what I want to talk about for just a minute, which is the challenge, the 90 Days of Summer. It's a leadership transformation challenge, and it's directed for you guys. And basically what we're going to do over the course of the next 90 days is we're really going to heat this summer up. There's a lot of people who are struggling out there in this industry. You're either struggling to identify leads, you're struggling to be able to build your teammates, you're struggling with a lot of different issues out there right now, and that's what we're going to help them overcome. Together, you and I are going to spend the next 90 days, and I'm going to basically take you through the same process I take all the leaders that I work with through, and we're going to be able to work with you together, one-on-one, over the course of this next 90 days. Now, this program, we're going to start it off, perhaps you want to talk about that. We're going to start the program in August, and it's going to, today being the 23rd of July, we're actually going to start this program on Sunday night, August 4th. So for those people that want to get into this 90-day transformational challenge with us, you're going to have to get started quick, fast, and in a hurry. You're going to have to apply for this because, quite frankly, as Tyson and I were talking, he wanted to open it up to 100 people. And I appreciate that, but I don't have the time to work with 100 people hands-on. And quite frankly, I really want to make sure that the people that we work with are successful. And so we kept negotiating. He wanted to do 50 people. And what I've told him is 30 is the maximum that I'm going to be able to.
Well, I wanted 100 and you said no.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's just I can't do 100 people with you and I together, making sure that they're getting the kinds of hands-on training, the kinds of tutelage, and the kind of one-on-one coaching that they deserve. This program, the reason I'm so successful and the reason that my people are so successful is because I give them a lot of hands-on coaching. And so with 100 people, quite frankly, they're not going to get that kind of coaching. 50 people aren't either, and quite frankly, I can't afford to spend time with a whole bunch of people hand-holding at such lower levels, intermediate and beginner levels like that. So what really we want to focus on is 30 people and helping 30 people come on board and get plugged in. And I know you've got huge lists, and so you may want to talk about that, the value that this is, and then encourage people to plug in.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks a lot, Sean. You guys, I'm really thankful that Sean's actually invited me over here to his home. As you can see, he's got a very nice home with a pool, and I don't know if you can see, where's the floating devices? Can't I drown if I fall in that thing? If you guys seen some of my other videos, I like to fall in pools, okay? The last one I fell in a pool down in Southern California. I like to have a lot of fun, as you can see. Quite honestly, I tripped, right? So basically what I want to explain to you guys, the reason you would have to apply for Leader Sean's training that he's going to provide for us is because I had to. When I was 21 years old, I had to apply, and I had to say, I am a superstar before this guy would even talk to me. He actually went through, I don't know how many people, and he probably turned them down. Even though it was a network marketing company, he turned people down all the time because they just weren't superstars. Well, I like to think that I was, right? So he actually it was excited enough to teach me, train me some things, confidence, things that have helped me over the last few years. I'm now 31 years old. That's 10 years ago. And I want to let you guys know a little bit more of my past over the last 10 years. What have I done since me and Sean separated for about 10 years, and why we're back together again? Well, quite honestly, I was a punk kid at 21 years old, and I was doing everything that he was telling me to do, but there's so much more maturity that I needed before I could work with this guy again. And so what I did, honestly, is I went from job to job to job. I went back to a job because that's just what most of us do. We do the network marketing thing for a little while, and then we go back because we want to blame the network marketing company. We never want to say it was actually our fault that we failed. But I'll tell you guys, it's all about you. If you're jumping from opportunity to opportunity to opportunity, stop doing that, because what you're doing is you're jumping from opportunity to opportunity. It has nothing to do with opportunity. It has to do with your personal growth. Now, one thing that I have to say thank you to, Sean, is teaching me what you taught me in that short period of time that I did work with you. That I know I was making you a lot of money, okay? But for the time that I was able to work with you, when I did go get a job, one thing I'll have to say is there was goods and bads to that. Every time I went and got a job, I now knew the truth, okay? And I actually would get hired by people, and I felt like I was smarter than some of these employers that were hiring me sometimes. And so I was always firing myself. I'd get a job, I'd stay there for like a year or two at a car dealership, or I'd go work in a motorcycle dealership, and I would say, you know what, there's totally worth more for me in this life. There's a lot more that I can do. with the training that he had given me. I was like, this is not cool, man. You told me you're going to pay me $9,000 this month, and you dropped me down to $5,000. I mean, Sean never did that to me. So because he spoiled me when I was 21 and taught me these things, I had a really tough time having jobs, okay? Now, recently in 2009, I was actually able to go full-time in network marketing in one of those traditional network marketing companies where you tell your friends, family, and neighbors, you bring them to hotel meetings and stuff. And I actually made a full-time living at that. But then what I did find out is I was still having trouble getting leads and contacts, okay? So I started looking on the internet, and through my Google search degree, I don't know how many of you guys have it, but they're free. You just go to Google, you type in what you're looking for, and you're going to find the answer, okay? But through that, I actually found ways to generate and market traffic, and you guys are on one of the pages right now. It's called Share Your MLM Business Link Group. There's 6,000. Just to give you guys an idea, there's 6,000 network marketers like yourself in that group. They're involved in other network marketing companies. To be honest with you, you guys, that's my pool, okay? That's where I fish, okay? That's where I build. It's just, you know, you guys aren't involved with me in all the opportunities that I'm currently in, but my hopes are that you will be. You'll see what we're doing over the next 90 days in this summer challenge, and I brought Sean on because I don't know everything. I'm 31, but I still don't know everything, so I brought him into this thing because he's got some great ideas set up for us, and he's going to offer these things for us for free. And he's going to do it. But the way to find out more information on this, I think it's going to be on the side over here. I don't know if it's going to be over here, or down here. We haven't decided because we haven't put the website up yet. We like to shoot these videos first. But once we do, somewhere on this page is going to be a place for you to put your name and your phone number, so that way Sean can contact you. Now, as you guys know me, I don't like to talk to anybody. I just would rather you just sign up and I make money, okay? Well, Sean here, he actually... Leader Sean likes to actually call people, okay? And so that's why he's kind of limited it from 100, okay, down to, 50, 30, right? Sure. Because he told me, he goes, look, I'm not going to call 100 people. And I said, oh, I can appreciate that. I wouldn't want to call a single one. So we brought Sean on so he can physically and mentor you over the phone when you so choose, okay? So fill out the information. I don't know if it's going to be over here, or down here with your name and your phone number. And when you do that, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set up an automated message that's going to go out to you immediately, and it's going to have the rules and guidelines the way Sean wants to do it, okay? So when you do join, it's going to be the way he wants to do it, and the only reason we're going to do it the way he wants to do it is because this guy is a leader, and I know that if we all follow him and do exactly what he tells us to do, we're going to be successful, and we're going to empower you in any business that you do, okay? So don't think just because you're already in something right now that you can't get on board with this challenge, okay, that he's going to share. He should. 90 days of summer training for us all here. There is a limitation of only 30 people in the group that can actually come on board to use this training. So make sure that you fill out your email or your name or your phone number on this page, so that way Leader Sean can get a hold of you this week to see if you qualify. Sean, you want to add anything?
Yeah, let me just stress real quick to the folks listening, and I know you've got lists of thousands of people, and so it's not that, again, from a standpoint of time, this is important for you. What we're looking for are people who, number one, have the desire to change their lives. We're looking to find that next success story, quite frankly. That's why we're doing this. That's why I'm doing this. I'm going to take that next success story and just blast them out online and show them as an example of what can be done with a 90-day sprint. So part of the reason why I accepted this opportunity to come on board and to work with you guys is to do just that, is to be able to highlight and feature somebody who's gone from, maybe they're making no money today online, and at the end of their 90 days they'll be making $10,000 a month, or maybe they'll be making $5,000 a month. That's my minimum goal expectation for you, is that you're going to make at least $5,000 a month 90 days from now, and that'll continue to grow as we go. So we are limited to 30 people. That's number one. Number two, given just the size of your list, better jump on here quick, fast, and in a hurry if you really want to be a part of this. And then number three, don't join us if you're, as we mentioned in the email, if you got plenty of wishbone but no backbone, we're not looking for that. We're looking for someone who is serious, who wants to transform their lives, wants to change their financial situation, their physical situation, people who want to do more than what they're currently demonstrating. And so, and I will be calling you personally, or one of my staff will contact you, and depending on how many people apply, and we're going to put you through our questionnaire system, the same thing I did with you a long time ago. We're going to look for those superstars who have what it takes to succeed for the the next 90 days, and we'll be looking forward to working with you in this process. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great challenge. The 90 Days of Summer Leadership Transformation Challenge. You're going to change your life in the next 90 days. We're going to do it with you. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to find the new participants that we can put out on the internet to share their story around the world.
Thanks, Sean.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to working with you guys. Make sure you sign up immediately, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the top.